So welcome to the York College Continuing and Professional Education Online Open House and Information Session. My name is Suzanne Cart, and this is the first ever virtual open house that we have done. So we're very excited to have you here. Who I'd like to introduce you to is Janet Hunter from York College, and she is going to be speaking about the specifics of this continuing education online and in-person program. Janet?
Great. Thank you so much, Suzanne. Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. My name is Janet Hunter, and I'm the Director of Continuing and Professional Education at York College. I'm really excited, as Suzanne said, to be with you today. First of all, let's talk about the agenda, and we're going to try to get to three really important things. At the end of this session, I want you to know who we are at York College, what we offer, and the value of certification. Next. Okay, so York College's Continuing and Professional Education program has been in existence for over 40 years. We have really, really honed the business of continuing education. I think we do it really well. We're part of one of the largest university systems in the country, and we specialize in providing in-person and online quality economic and workforce development courses for a moderate price. Our classes are on weekends and in evenings, which is very convenient to a lot of people. Our online courses are obviously available 24/7, and our office hours are also designed to meet the needs of most of our 4,000 plus students that we serve annually. Our in-person courses fall under three categories. Next. We have the other thing I wanted to mention is that recently we've designed or redesigned a lot of our curriculum so that it's in alignment with current academic and employment standards. We also specialize in career training that leads to great, did you hear me? Great jobs. We're not looking for good jobs. We're not looking for jobs. We really want our people to find great jobs because they're trained properly. So a lot of the industries that we specialize in is healthcare, business, construction, information systems, and there's more. Next. So the categories that we want to highlight today for the in-person classes is our professional development courses. And like I said, health is really one of our specialties, and we offer courses like the clinical medical assistant or dental assistant, dialysis tech, EKG tech, emergency medical tech, medical coding specialist. All of these courses come with externships and certifications. And we're going to really talk about certifications in a few minutes, but that's really important to us, that when you finish with a course at your college, you have a certificate that is valued in the industry that you're going into. We also offer the fun courses like the personal enrichment courses, and we offer academic preparedness courses. Next screen. So again, the professional development courses that I just outlined, I can't say it enough that these are nationally recognized certifications that you will leave with. And we are going to take questions at the end of the presentation, so please feel free to ask anything about these courses. Next. So the personal enrichment courses are the fun courses, cake decorating, jewelry making. Now we have the wedding planner course that is a combination of fun and career, because you lead the wedding and event planner course with a certificate. You also put on a fabulous event at the end of the course, and can get an externship, so you are really ready to start your own business, do a side hobby with this, or plan your own wedding, personal and professional events. We also have a new driver startup course that teaches people how to get their license. It goes right up to the road test. And then we have the swimming and, fun courses like that. Next. Under our academic and preparedness courses, we have things like resume writing, business etiquette boot camp, and the preparation courses for high school equivalency, SAT, and these courses all have been aligned with the Common Core standards. They've also been updated recently, so you're getting the latest and the greatest information to pass these standardized tests, and also get career readiness skills. Like I said, the boot camp, writing with confidence, public speaking, and then we have our computer classes. And they're basically your Microsoft applications. We have some keyboarding class, QuickBooks class, and things like that. Next. Now I want to turn the presentation over to my colleague Suzanne, who will highlight the value of certifications and e-learning. Suzanne?
Thank you, Janet. Well, in the 21st century, in 2016, we're in a place in terms of our careers, our job market, where the need to be able to prove what your skills are and what your skill sets are is more important than it ever has been when you're looking to get a new job or to, find something, change careers to a different career. So a professional certification, what exactly do we mean when we say we have professional certifications? Well, that's a certification is a designation. It's earned by a person to ensure qualification to perform a job or a task. And it's certified by a certain governing body, whether that means in terms of something like an IT certification, which gets certified by an organization called CompTIA, or another certification. That's what we mean by that. It's not just a certificate, but also a certification that you sit for an exam, and it does show what competencies you do have. So certifications offer three things. They offer a competitive edge in a cutthroat job market. So when you have a certification, you're telling future employers, hey, I have the skills to do this job. People with certifications also get increased career advancement opportunities because it is something that goes onto your resume, onto your CV, that you can put into your LinkedIn, and it is a proof of your continued improvement, continued professional development in a field. And also they offer an increased value to employers and their organizations. So employers then, if you have a credible certification, they know what they're getting when they hire you. Research also shows certified employees are more confident in their skill and value to the organization. They're more knowledgeable in the field of study. They reach job proficiency quicker. They're more reliable, and they perform at a higher level. So who wouldn't want to hire somebody who is like that, correct? Mm-hmm. True. And businesses believe employees with certifications possess better communication skills and better project management skills. And again, that's something when we come back to this 21st century workforce, there's all this focus right now on technology and learning new technology, but really it's still as important as it ever has been to be able to communicate effectively with your colleagues and customers and people you encounter in the workplace. A little bit more data. High school graduates with a professional certification have median earnings 22% higher than high school graduates without. So there is a benefit financially to getting a certification. And people who already hold an associate's degree, they see median earnings 18% higher than those without. So again, it means more money in your pocket, bigger paycheck. I wanted to highlight some of York College's online certification programs. So if you want, you can go to the website, go to the Continuing Education at York College website, and there's an inclusive list of everything that's offered face-to-face and online. But since we wanted to keep this virtual open house short and allow time for questions and answers, we're going to highlight 3 different courses online. So the first one is the Project Management Professional, or it's also called the PMP Exam Prep. And this credential is considered the standard of excellence in the field of project management. It's often a required certification in the field. So this is an example of a course you can take online. So you can take it, it's an asynchronous course, which means that you can take it at home, you log on at your leisure when the best time is for you, and you are prepared then to sit for the National PMP exam. This comprehensive course will use learning activities, practice exams, assignments to help you prepare for and successfully complete the PMP exam. And this is something that nationwide is recognized as at the highest level of quality. The second certification is the Professional Tax Preparer certification. So the Personal Income Tax Preparation course teaches you how to become a tax preparation specialist equipped to prepare both state and federal income tax filing for individuals and businesses. Again, another online course that you can take this from the comfort of your own home, after work hours, before work hours, logging in. It's in the asynchronous format, so that means that you can work the course around your schedule. And then the last one I was going to highlight is the AutoCAD Expert Certificate. And this certificate program represents the pinnacle of AutoCAD training, and the graduate will have a full mastery of advanced skills with the latest versions of AutoCAD. So you can see it's not just one type of training you can do online at York College. There are a bunch of different areas with a bunch of different specialties, so you can find something that really works best for you and what you prefer and what your skill sets are. And then I'm going to pass this back to Janet and for some closing remarks, but we will also be taking questions. If there are questions that you have and you want to start putting them into the chat box on the right side of the screen and you type them in, we will be able to answer them for you during this live webinar. And we are also having in-person open houses on these dates, September 17th, September 21st, and September 24th. So we have both afternoon, evening, and morning times for you to come on down and talk with our specialist at York College. Janet?
Yep. Thank you. Next slide. So our open houses are really geared to give you a very specific presentation on something specific that you're looking for. So if you are interested in the medical coding specialist, that open house is about an hour, and it's everything you need to know about that course. How many hours, how much it costs, when does it meet. You'll meet the instructor. You'll find out what the materials are, when the certification exam is, and probably get to meet some of your potential classmates and things like that. And we do that for about 10 or 12 of the courses we offer. The day of the open house, we also have a generalist there that can speak to you and give you all of the information you need on any of our courses. So the best thing to do is really to give us a call, and our contact information is coming up on the next slide. But give us a call, go online. Our website is www.startatyork.com. You'll get course descriptions, you'll get course schedules, you'll see everything that you need to know about the classes, and again, you can call us. We have really good hours as far as we're usually here before 9 o'clock in the morning, and we're here sometimes as late as 6, 7 o'clock at night, and we're here on the weekends. So give us a call. If you don't get an answer right away, somebody will get back to you right away. And we're really excited to work with you and to tell you a little bit about our financial aid packages and all of the different benefits that you would get to be a York College continuing and professional education student. So I'll open the floor to questions at this point.
And Janet, one other thing I wanted to add is the great thing about York College is the big range of the types of courses that you have. So whether that's the format, so you have both training face-to-face in person, and some people prefer that, and they can go for those courses. If you prefer an online environment, or you don't, if you're working, you have a day job, sometimes it's tough to do face-to-face, you can do online, you can do a combination of both. It's really fantastic that, and then the topics are so diverse in terms of, professional development and certifications and job training, but then there's also great stuff on, enrichment courses and leisure courses and fun stuff like that. So there's a big variety where your students can expand their knowledge or train for a new job or just learn something new, and I think that's really fantastic, and that York College does offer all this. So I also am wondering, right. Oh, and here we have our first question. Are there jobs for these certifications? Yes, actually there are jobs for these certifications. In fact, I don't have the data at my fingertips, but the Bureau of Labor Statistics, we are always looking at them to make sure that there are job openings and that there are growth fields. So for instance, something like a lot of the medical fields are really big growth areas, looking at 25% increase in jobs by the year 2025. So those are the kind of certificates really we're looking at offering.
You're spot on with that, Suzanne. The other nice thing about our courses is that for those who have children in junior high school who are looking to get into the specialized high schools and the Catholic high schools, we have those test prep classes too, and those are starting early in September, because most of those national exams are not national exams, they're state and city exams are coming up late October, early November. So if you do have high school or junior high school students looking for SAT or any of those tests, we're a really good place for you to get that one up on preparing for high school and college.
And that's so important, Janet, because, kids these days, it's very competitive now. So anything that you can do to help your children put their best foot forward going into their high school years or college years, it's a great thing to do.
Yeah. And just to say one more thing about the jobs, a lot of the in-person classes have externships, so you're actually going out into the pharmacy world or into the medical centers and clinics, outpatient clinics, and practicing. And we found that a lot of our students get jobs where they do their externships. And with CNA, the Certified Nurse aides, boy, oh boy, do we get calls all the time for people looking to hire our graduates. And also in the law field, we have a lot of law firms that are looking for our paralegal graduates. So we cater to industries that are hiring.
And you know what, Janet, you brought up a good point about those externships and people being able to, do some work in the field before they finish the program. Most adults now, people all the way into their 50s grew up with some video games. The video games started in the early 80s. So this gamer and gaming way of learning, where you learn by doing, it's big with a lot of people. A lot of us do learn that way. We learn and we want to get our hands wet and try it. So I think that those externships and the ability to be hands-on before you're done with your program is vital to success in the workforce.
Absolutely.
So Janet, I don't think we're going to have any more questions. Is there any closing remarks that you would like to make?
Well, really, next slide, I just want to say thank you. And I do see a nice group of people that have logged in with us tonight, and I really want to let you know that, you know, your time is very appreciated for learning about what we do at your college, what we have to offer, and why certifications and e-learning is a really viable way for you to go. And on this screen, we have our contact information. I'm happy to hear from you. You can email me at conted, conted@york.cuny.edu. You can visit our website and our registration portal at www.startatyork.com, and you can reach one of our registration specialists at 718-262-2790.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Janet. We did actually have some other questions. They were listed. I was looking in the wrong place on my end. I was looking in the chat rather than the questions. So do you mind if we do a few more questions? Okay. So
let's go
the first one I have for you is, what are the qualifications I need to enroll in the medical program at York College?
Okay. So all but one of our programs require a high school diploma and a reading assessment exam. So you'll come in, you'll schedule a day to come in and take a reading test, and that's just to make sure that there's a level of literacy or understanding that you would do well in the course. Those are the two main requirements. There's an application process. If you're going to do an externship, you're going to have a medical, and to work in the field, you're going to have a Social Security card. So there's those type of things, but very doable. So I hope I answered the question. High school diploma, reading, entrance exam, application, and the requirements that you we want you to have an email address because we email our students often. There's going to be textbooks. Some of the courses have the textbooks included and others are separate, but that information may be on our website, or you can give us a call and get that information.
Okay, next question. Is there a payment plan for the in-person classes?
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
So
it's usually half down, and we make monthly payments for the remainder of the money due, and it's usually paid in full by the time the course is over.
Okay, next question. How will you connect us to job openings?
Through your externships, through inquiries that we have. It depends on what area you're looking for, but I've already said that we have a lot of law firms looking for our graduates. We have a lot of health facilities looking for our graduates. There's more openings in CNA than we could ever fill, because they're here, when you start your program, they're here when you end your program. They're waiting for you to sign on the dotted line for those classes. The coding programs, we just graduated about 30 coders, and 6 of them had jobs before the class ended. So we help you as best we can. Jobs can never be guaranteed. It has a lot to do with how you present yourself, and that type of thing. Your communication skills and your ability to articulate yourself, who you are, how you're presenting yourself. But we definitely will help you. And also, we're offering the business boot camp, which is how to dress, how to speak, how to get your LinkedIn profile up, how to market your resume, how to write your resume. There's a lot of different ways we can help you, and we would love to do that.
And I have one thing to add too. On many of our online certification programs, and there are specific programs, so you need to look at it program by program, that upon completion of that program you have access to something called Graduatecast, which puts your resume in front of thousands of employers looking for people with the skill set that you have just trained for. So that's also an option for you. The next question is, can we use York College Continuing Ed as a reference when we complete a program?
Absolutely. We do that all the time.
Awesome.
Your teacher will write you a recommendation letter. The office will, if we know you. Your teacher would definitely do it, but there's times when we can write it on behalf of the program.
Okay, the next question is, for the medical coding specialist course, does it have an internship component?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And it's AAPC certified. So at the end of the course, you take your AAPC exam, and whether you get an extern, well, you not even whether, the externship is there. So your externship does not require that you have passed that exam, but you can take the externship while you're studying for your exam as well.
And then I think I can answer this one. Can the exams be bundled in the certification, as they can be expensive? So the question is when you take one of the online certifications and then there's an additional fee for the exam. So for instance, the PMP, they can be bundled together. So the payment plan and that sort of thing can all be done for the online certifications all together.
Right. And for us, for the in-person courses, we don't, not to say we can't, but we don't usually bundle the exam fee in there because it's not required. It's a value, and we want you to take the certification exam. But if you say, look, I'm not ready to take it, then you've already paid your money for it. You don't want to be forced to take it before you're ready. So when you're ready to take it, you pay for it. And we may have one or two courses where the exam is included, but for the most part, it is a separate fee. And most of the exam fees run from about $100 per exam to our most expensive one is $300 for the exam.
And then the next question, are materials included with the online classes, or is that a separate fee? And I know with the certification online courses that those materials are also included. How about face-to-face, Janet?
Some of them,
okay.
Not all of them, but a good part of our certificate programs have the books included. Again, not all of them, but a lot of them do. And a lot of our enrichment courses have handouts, and some of them do require a textbook. Like your SAT course, you would actually get the SAT, workbook on your own. So it's a variety. It's not one answer.
When is your next clinical medical assistant course?
We have two of them coming in the fall, and one of them we have a weeknight course, and that starts on November 1st from 6 to 8:30 on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then we have one on Saturday. It starts on November 5th, and it's from 9 to 4:30 every Saturday. And that's a long program. It's about 20 weeks of classwork and then another 160 hours of externship. So you come out of there with a lot of hands-on and a lot of knowledge. And the certification exam is not included in that class, but I think it's only $100.
And then
one other thing,
sure.
The books are included in that program, the CMA class.
Awesome. And then is there extra help for the exam if we have trouble on tests?
Yes, and that's something very new. These are some great questions. Thank you so much, all of you. With just this fall, we are having a review class for most of our certification exams. So yes, that is available.
Okay, and then what healthcare courses do you offer online? And that list would be available by going to startatyork.com. They're all listed on the website.
Okay.
And then is financial aid available for high school students who would like to take the SAT?
Hello?
Hello, are you still there?
I am.
Okay, so is
Okay.
financial aid available for high school students who would like to take the SAT?
You know what? I have a financial, I won't say financial aid, and excuse me when I did say we have financial aid, because it's not really financial. I have a scholarship, and it's online. So if anyone wants to look at that scholarship, it's the Helena Rubinstein Scholarship for Continuing Education, and the deadline is September 1st. I would love for you people to apply for that. And off the top of my head, I can't remember if it is for high school students or they actually must be in a continuing education program. So that may be available. And then there's student loans with Wells Fargo, and I believe there's a couple of them on there. There's something for foster care, if somebody's out of the foster care system, or if somebody's unemployed or underemployed. But there's a couple of financial resources that are online.
And then our final question, is medical coding offered online?
Not to the best of my knowledge.
It is offered in person, yes.
It is definitely offered in person, and the externship is online. You have 100 hours of coding that's online. But if you would call the office tomorrow, I will actually look it up and find if we have an online course, because we have a couple of hundred of online courses, and I don't know all of them off the top of my head.
Awesome, great. Well, those were some awesome questions. They were fantastic.
They were.
Good interaction. And you know, Janet, we had aimed to keep the webinar to 25 minutes, but we stretched it a little bit. We went 32 minutes. So I think that's still pretty close.
Nice.
And it was great having so many people who have joined in. And hopefully we'll have some new students come this fall. Check out our website, startatyork.com. Give us a ring. Come to one of the open houses. There's lots of opportunities at York College.
Yes. Thank you again,
Thank
Suzanne, and thank you for all of the great participants and the fabulous, fantastic questions. This was great.